In this video, I'm going to show you how to get your short form videos captioned automatically via n8n and then posted on Instagram Reels. Now, our very first node is the Google Drive trigger that is listening for new videos. And it will fire every day. I'll have it at 6 o'clock in the morning and we'll look for anything new that has been uploaded and then grab it. Then what we need to do here is we actually need to find and send that video file somewhere else because Google is not giving us the correct URL that ends in .mp4. So the best place I have found that is free is actually the S3 bucket in Cloudflare. So the next node is we are going to download this file from Google. All we need to do is just map it out by ID and download the binary file. Next is the S3 bucket node. And for that, we need to set up some things in Cloudflare because in the credentials, we actually need to connect it to the Cloudflare R2 storage. So if we click in here and click on your credentials, and you'll see we need the S3 endpoint, the region, the access key, and the secret access key. So now we have to go to Cloudflare. If you have an account, just log into your account. If you don't, create a new account. It's completely free. And then we need to go down here where it says build, storage and database, R2 object storage, and overview. And if you don't have any buckets, there won't be anything in here. So what you need to do is create a new bucket. You're going to give it a name. I'm going to give it a test name because I'm going to delete it straight away. And you're going to click on create new bucket. The only other thing you need to do is change the public access from disabled to enabled. And we're going to click on settings. And we're going to come down to public development URL and we're going to click on enable. It's going to ask us to confirm. So I'm going to copy and paste allow and click on allow. And now you can see that our public access is enabled. Next, we're going to go back to our R2 object storage. And we're going to come down here where it says account details and click on manage. And let me delete this test token and I'm going to create a new one. All right, so you're going to click on create user API token. I'm going to name it test. I'm going to give it access to all my buckets because otherwise if I give it access to only one bucket and then I have another bucket, then I have to go and create a new API. But this way I'm just making it easy for me. All right, now we need to stay on this page because we will need all of this information. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to change this region to this. And it's not telling you anywhere in these settings what to set it up to, but if you set it to something else, it's not going to work. So WNAM is the correct region. The next thing you need is your URL, which is your endpoint. So you're going to add it in here, and then we need our access key, which you're going to find here. And we're going to copy and paste it. And then you need your secret access key, which we're going to paste in here. And you're going to save it. I'm not going to save because I already have my token set up. I'm going to close it. And the only other thing that we need to do is make sure that we are typing the correct bucket name. So I just created this test bucket. If we go in here, so make sure that it's exactly the name that you've set up in Cloudflare. The next thing is just to map out the name from Google Drive. So if you go down, it's like really down at the bottom, and there's so much data that you don't need in here. So I'm going to move it up a little bit so you can see. Where is it? Yeah, this is what we need. This name here. This is what you need to map out. As you can see, I'm going to remove it, and then make sure that the binary file toggle is on and the input binary data is set to data. And this will upload the video into your bucket. So if we look in here, we have uploaded a video. The next thing we need to do is to actually get a clean URL. So I've got this little code in here, which is very, very short. I wrote it with Claude, and it just cleans out everything and gives me a really nice and clean video URL. That way, regardless of what I'm using to generate the captions, I will be able to send a really, really nice and clean URL. Then we're going to create a record in Airtable, and I am going to pass on this video URL. And I have this Airtable here, and this is my URL that I can then send it to anywhere I want. In our case, I'm going to burn the captions with Create-to-Mate. Create-to-Mate starts at $45 per month, billed annually, and I think that if you are going to post regularly, like every day on Reels, this is so worth it, because if you don't have captions on your Reels, your videos actually don't get that many views. So to me, $45 a month is very, very doable, and it's worth the money. Create-to-Mate also has really, really good documentation. So if you want to go and have a look, you can go to API documentation, and if you click on no code integration, it actually shows you how to integrate with n8n, and it is step-by-step tutorials, and I really, really like it because it's extremely helpful. And in here, you will see how to automatically add subtitles to videos with n8n. And when you click on it, it actually walks you exactly how to do it. It even gives you the exact setup for your n8n, which is, if you have a look, this is an HTTP request, a wait, another HTTP request, and a switch. And if we look at my setup, I have done it exactly the same way as they are suggesting, because the way they're suggesting is best practices. So first, as you can see, we need to go, and if I go to my dashboard, we are going to click on templates, we're going to click on new, and we're going to click on auto subtitles. And this will give you several different options. So basically what you need to do is pick one. Let's pick this one, and we're going to select 9:16, which is the format for Reels, and we're going to click on create template. Once you have your video template set up, you can actually continue following up that, because it's showing you how you can set up your complete template with the exact colors and everything. And once you're ready with that, you'll go back and you'll click use template, and then you'll click on API integration. The best thing is that you can just copy all of this, go to your n8n HTTP request, and I'm just going to add one HTTP node to show you what it looks like. You're just going to click on import curl, and you're going to paste this curl command, and when you click on import, it will actually set up everything for you. So I'm going to get out and I'm going to delete that. But what you need to change in here, I'm going to open the JSON file, is you need to actually give it that raw file URL from your Airtable and just put it in between these quotation marks where it says video-dhm.source. So this is the only thing you need to change. The next node is our wait node. So I've got it for 30 seconds. It works if the video is really short. You can play it by the ear and see if 30 seconds works for you. Then we need another HTTP request where we're going to grab the job ID and we're going to see if the job has been done. And that's why the next node is our switch node, because we want to see what it tells us. If it says succeed, then we're moving on. If it says any of these, and this is the exact setup Create to Mate is asking us to do, so we're going to put in brackets planned, transcribing, waiting, and rendering. And then we're going to match the reject. So in this field here, we're going to click on string and make sure that we're selecting matches rejects. And this will allow us to make sure that only after the file is processed, it's actually going through. So once we have our file done, we're gonna go and we're going to use a Facebook node that is already set up with our Facebook Graph account. If you don't know how to do it, I'll link the video below. And once you've set up your Facebook Graph account, you're just going to add your Instagram ID in here. Then you're going to type video URL, and then you are going to grab that URL from the request here, and this is your final URL right here. Then we're going to add media underscore type your reels in capital letters, the node, and again the same number as here, and this will create a container ready for Instagram. However, that container needs time to process the video, so we need another wait node, which I have put as 2 minutes, because sometimes it needs a little bit longer, but again, you need to kind of play it by ear. And then the next node is grabbing this container ID, and only after we do that we can actually post it to Instagram. And finally, we're going to update our Airtable as posted, so we know what's been posted and what hasn't been posted.